back to By the Way. Today we're going to be reviewing our trash tasting games. We've got a 3x3 tile where we've chosen our favourite games. That will flash up on screen. Feel free to roast our tasting games, but first, doing these videos is fun and takes time. So please, please, please subscribe. It does mean a lot. But anyways, getting into things. Should we talk about quickly how we decided our games?
Well, I mean, it was an incredibly difficult decision, and I feel like 9 games is just a ridiculously low number to have. No one has just 9 favorite games. You know, after years of playing games, you'd accumulate quite a lot more than just 9.
Yeah, but
But
I think with 9 you can narrow it down pretty well. You can.
really, like, I mean, God, you could knock through a couple games in a day, in days.
Yeah,
It
but
could still be your favorite game.
you can narrow it down a lot easier, and you can have like a variety as well. Like saying like top 5.
No,
I don't
because
know.
if a variety, then that's not your favorite games. You're then having to choose a bunch of different games. Because you don't want it to just be one type of game.
That's every Call of
That's the
Duty
problem.
game. Yeah.
Well, I mean, no one's ever going to say every Call of Duty game because it's just no. Well, there'll be a couple Call of Duties that people started on, like Black Ops 2. A lot of people probably started on there, or Black Ops 1. I mean, for me, it was Black Ops 3. That was one of, well, not my first COD, Call of Duty Ghost, but my favorite one was Call of Duty Black Ops 3.
The way I had decided my favorite games, it was mainly based one on childhood.
I mean, of course.
Like some of my first games I'd ever played, and two more like impact and story wise, like games that actually had me hooked from start to finish.
Well, I mean, for me, I mean, a couple games, it's the franchise of games because their gameplay is very similar. And, you know, I can't really because I just can't really, you know, make difference in games. So sometimes I might group some of them together in this decision because I love the games and they're the same franchise and even same branch of games. So.
Fair enough. Should we take a look at my 9 games, my favorite games?
Go for yours. I can't wait to see this.
All right, if you want to look in general, in just a second, they're just loading. I think my
You
game.
post all? Are you going one by one? Are you going to post all of
Oh
them?
no, they're all getting posted. But I think you'll be surprised by some of my some of my games. I think there'll be some you would have guessed.
Well, I mean, I
Obvious.
would guess. Hmm. I mean, I feel like I know a couple, but you know, I feel like I know too many games that you like. So,
There we are. It is in general.
hmm. You know what? This is almost everything I expected, apart from maybe. Fucking hell. Well, you know what? We'll go through this one by one anyway for the game. So, Persona 5. Tell us about Persona 5.
Just quickly to anyone, because I've actually got the Spotify working now, so this will be up on Spotify. To anyone wondering what games I posted, you had Persona 5 Royal, Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six, Call of Duty World War 2, Signalis, the original Resident Evil 4, Lego Stars: The Complete Saga, Cyberpunk 2077, Alien Isolation, and Metal Gear Solid 3.
You have definitely a more let's say a unique taste than me so far. I'd say it's not as dangerous as I thought it was going to be, but it's definitely more unique. I'd say.
I think there's one game there that must fucking boil your blood. Should we start with it? Should we start with it first? Tom Clancy's
You know
Six
what?
Siege.
Yeah, it's our incredibly you know our game very close to our hearts. It
As,
maybe
as,
not a good place in our hearts, but a game very close to our hearts.
so you, I mean, well, I fucking
Really
hate,
ruined our lives.
I hate Siege with a passion, and you might be wondering why it's then on my favorite games.
Because it
I
has
fuck,
Stockholm syndrome on us.
yeah,
That's why.
I fucking hate the game. I can't stand it. But I've been playing the game for, I don't know, fucking 6 or 7 years now.
I can deal with the abuse, you know, that type of situation.
Look, I hate the game, but I like the game. It is a game where you love to hate it and you hate to love it.
I think I just hate it altogether.
uh, it's gotten worse over
Honest to God, before, oh God, before at the start of this game's maybe when did we start playing? Just before year two, I'd say.
I started playing.
Actually, no,
Oh, I
you
played
started
a little bit
playing a
later.
little bit later.
I started
You
playing
did.
when Alibi got added.
I started playing just before year two, and my God, what an amazing game that was! You know, you just get racially, you know, racially slurred. You get anything thrown at you. You get team killed for the slightest inconvenience of your teammates not doing good enough, and the voting system. Oh, the voting.
The vote to
You
kick.
need, you need games to bring that vote to kick in, especially when it's a ranked game and stuff. If someone's doing that bad, they do not deserve to have the rank.
You know, I've been playing this game now for 7 years, and even though I fucking hate it, it is a favorite game. As much as I hate Ubisoft and I hate Siege and I hate everything they do, it is a favorite game of mine. It's a game we always go back to, and for that, it is on my list.
I mean, look, it's not even just the fact that we played it. I think it generally shaped us as human beings playing this game.
It's me. It's not we. It's me.
Well, yeah. I mean, that
this is my this is my.
I know. I've also played this game for 8 years with you now, Thomas. A little bit longer than you. I've been suffering for a little bit longer than you have. Actually, you know what? No, I've suffered way more playing this game than you now, I think. The amount of team kills I got playing this game.
Yeah, he would not be able to play. He'd get online, boot up Siege, and then would be team killed every round or vote kicked and never actually get to play the game.
And then I'd be moaned at by my own friends. Known them almost my entire life.
Some constructive criticism.
Constructive criticism, as they would say. And because I couldn't play the game, I had no kills, even though I was vote kicked or I was team killed every round. No punishment back then, either. Bring it back. Bring it back. You get punished for even looking your teammate's direction now. It's awful.
Yeah, no, well, I mean, recently, Siege is, I mean, it's taken a bit. Ubisoft's taken it down a dark path, but I still play the game. I wouldn't say I thoroughly enjoy it as much anymore, but it's still a game I enjoy playing regardless.
It's our curse, It's it's like Thor's hammer who must always return. Must always return to Siege. You can never not return to Siege. We have, God, when was it? I think our longest period has been like at least a couple of months where we just didn't want to play Siege at all. We didn't play it at all. And then,
Siege is the Thanos meme.
And then you see one clip of it. You see one clip of it, and you start thinking about it, and it doesn't go away, and you keep seeing clips of it. You start talking. You know what? Maybe we should play a game of Siege. I wouldn't mind. It's been a while now. And then you go back in, you realize why you never wanted to play Siege again, but you still play
it. Yeah, it always calls back to us. We can never escape it.
it.
Yeah.
It's really we. Wait, when you say we can't escape it?
Yeah, well, you can't escape it.
It can't. I was going. It can't escape us of anything, really. It can sit there and it treat us terribly, but we still come back to it every time.
Moving on. My next game, Persona 5 Royal. Now.
Okay. This really shows what kind of person Thomas Shy is.
I love Persona. I love the series. My first, obviously, as majority of people's first games was Persona 5 because for the longest time, Persona 5 was the only Persona game out of the series available to the West until like last year when they brought Persona 3 and Persona 4 to the West. I played the original one. The original game was good. Persona 5 Royal just makes it even better. The story, even though for me, it does start to drag in the last like third of the game.
In hour 300, it starts to drag a bit. Yeah.
The last 40 hours are a drag, I will admit. But
Oh my God.
what I'd say what I enjoyed about the game the most is one the atmosphere and the setting. It's it's really interesting. I mean, you get to see like Tokyo and Shibuya and all of that stuff, and but it's more you got like the hearts, the what they called not dungeons, that's Persona 4 and but yeah, where they infiltrate the people's hearts and stuff. And each one is unique. It's cool. It's different. It's got a new vibe. It's got new music to it. I love the music. On the other hand, the jazz theme. Oh, and then obviously all the characters are very well written. And I don't know. For me, it's brilliant. I love it. I don't want to spoil the game to anyone who hasn't played it.
Yeah, 200 hours worth of spoiling coming up.
Yeah,
Sure,
no,
watch out.
right. It is a long game. It is a long game. I think my first run of Persona 5 took me 110 hours, and then Persona 5 Raw took me 130 hours. So it's 5.5 days. But if you like RPG, if you like a JRPG, you'll like this. I mean, the combat. I mean, look, normally I fucking hate turn-based combat. I hate it with a passion. But I don't understand what Persona 5 manages to make it engaging and fun and interesting. It's something. Whereas, like Pokemon, turn based, you just want to get out of the battle as fast as possible. You just want to continue on, like getting stopped by the random fucking shit in the grass and stuff like that. Whereas with this one, you get like stopped by a shadow, which is like what causes you like to engage in a battle thing. I don't know. It makes it fun. I think it's got to do with the music behind it. The talented artist Lynn, she's incredible. All the songs are amazing in the game. But yeah, no, it's definitely a must play. I've been telling Mitch to play this game for ages, and he still hasn't.
No, I'm not sitting through. I'm not sitting through 200 hours of just some maybe potential humor, and I'm not.
For
It's
real?
too. It's just too. I say that, but a couple of games I've played are definitely like. But I don't.
It does have a slow start. Like I will admit, like again, the first it obviously it's an RPG, so you know what you're getting into when you start the game. The first 3 to 4 hours are a slog, right? They're the hardest because it is just cutscene after cutscene with handheld gameplay, like tutorial handheld gameplay. But after that, it does pick up. It gets interesting. You've got a whole social system. You can go out. You can meet the confidants, which are the people of your crew, people outside of the crew. You get to explore like Tokyo essentially. It's very cool. I really enjoy it.
I'm very glad to hear that, Thomas.
It was also my
Glad
first.
to hear that your 200 hours of gameplay
It
was
was
good.
also it
Enjoy.
was also my first JRPG. So that's something that's probably another reason why. Um, yeah. M- Moving on to
I'm sure you.
my. Oh yeah, go on.
I'm sure you could talk for hours about that, but
Oh, I could talk for hours about Persona 5, but I'm gonna get on to Call of Duty World War 2. I know this is I'd say this
this
is a
has
bit of
been-
a
everything else has been fine. But what you're about to, bring up here, World War Two, bit
I'd
crazy.
say Call of Duty World War 2. I'd say it's a bit of a not confidential. What's the fucking word?
Confrontational. Trying to
No,
go for? Mm,
no.
You mean
Where you have a bad take or a hot take, whatever it's called.
what? I mean, shit take. I would say hot.
I'd say it's
Take.
a bit of a hot take game. I know don't you got Modern Warfare 2, Modern Warfare 3, Black Ops 2, Black Ops 1, World at War, all of those. But I've chosen World War 2.
So
And
many infinitely better Call of Duties. So many.
the reason why I've chosen this game is because it was a game I absolutely thoroughly enjoyed. I think I had about 7 days. I was max prestige. I had the diamond camo. I had pretty all the guns unlocked. I think until like the latter ends of the game because I just didn't have enough time for it. but it was a game I thoroughly enjoyed. I thought it was really good. I mean, especially after coming off the Infinite Warfare, the last couple of exosuit games, going back to basics, boots on the ground. I really enjoyed it. I mean, the campaign visually was incredible. I mean, it to this day it still looks absolutely gorgeous. Um, what I especially liked is the fact that you had manual healing, like in the older Call of Duty campaigns. You had to like find med kits and stuff. All the characters in there were interesting. It was cool seeing how it was like essentially like Band of Brothers. Um, it had a Band of Brothers style, a feel to it. I will say the ending was really shit. I don't know if you remember the ending because I assume you played World War Two.
I played World War II. I never played the campaign. I never can get through Call of Duty campaigns most of the time.
Oh, now that is a hot take.
That's a hot take. I know.
Some people are going to be very angry about that. But no, the ending of World War Two, it was very. The problem what they had was they wanted it so obviously they wanted to show the horrors of war, right? But they did it in such a bad and sloppy way. Like at the end, after you captured the bridge over the Rhine, it cuts to like I don't know, like a couple months later, and you're like walking through a Holocaust camp.
Oh wow.
Yeah, but like it's like obviously they can't show anything, so it's just bizarre. And then you're like running through the woods to find Zussman, your friend, because he was in one of these concentration camps because he was Jewish. He got captured, and then you just you miraculously find him just before he's about to get executed. Yeah,
I mean, you got to add a bit of hope, you know, to
I
the end.
think I think if anything, it would have made more sense for him to die because obviously it's war. But
Yeah, true.
the game. I mean, that's just the zombies. Hit or take, hit or miss,
That's
rather.
that's what I was gonna say. I feel like you're a very big, you know, zombies fan, and I feel
I
like this is one of the um. Do I want to say worst? No, I don't want to say worst zombies because it
it's definitely
wasn't.
not the worst. It has some good moments. It has some bad
Yeah,
moments.
they were a lot scarier. I'll say the zombies. They're a lot scarier than the.
I will admit I do appreciate the fact that Sledgehammer Games tried to take it down a different route. They made the zombies look more grotesque. It did. I know it's simple jump scares, but they do try to actually bring back that element of horror
Like when you was
to
a fucking when you was a kid and you first unlocked zombies mode in any Call of Duty you was playing.
yeah. And then the multiplayer. Now I gotta just quickly. I know I'm probably going on about this. I'm sure there's people already like seething in the comments that I chose World War Two. But the multiplayer now, the war mode was incredible. I don't get why it never came back. I'm sure
Or even
you.
was the what even was the war mode again? You gotta like
It,
refresh
it,
my
it
memory.
was the one where you were attacking. So you were attacking objectives. You started off attacking. You had a team defending the objectives, and then after you switch sides, so you'd be attacking, and the other team would be defending.
Oh yeah, actually, I do remember that one.
And you would push up objectives and stuff. I don't get why they never brought it back. It was the fun. It was the most fun I'd ever had in a like storming the beaches in on Normandy in a Call of Duty game. Like I mean, we played Hell Let Loose now, so like obviously
Yeah.
we know we've got a better taste. But back then, it was something new to the franchise. The war mode. It was fun. It was cool. You know it was really good. I don't know what. And then obviously headquarters as well.
Oh yeah, headquarters. Now that I gotta admit that was actually one of the cooler things that they done for COD.
You could there was you could go to the firing range. You could see people open up the supply drops. Go to the head like go to
Do
the
the
headquarters.
1v1s,
Yeah,
do
the
the 1v1s
1v1
as well.
pit.
That was great.
It
Speaking of,
it was sick. Like I don't get why they didn't bring that back. Like
well, I just don't think it was really. It was a bit buggy at times, to be fair.
yeah, I will
As
admit
in,
that the launch of it was absolutely bugged to shit.
absolutely.
But
You
yeah,
know,
no, I like my World War Two games. I enjoyed this game. I put
absolute bias.
put
Absolute
7 days.
bias.
It's my favorite games. It's my top three, top nine favorite games. Of course, I'm gonna be biased.
I was saying more biased for World War Two. That's why you liked it so much.
Okay, getting into game number 4. Lego Star Wars: The Complete Saga.
I thought you were just gonna go Signalis there, but I'm swiping through all the things, but never. Okay, yeah, go on.
Lego Star Wars: The Complete Saga. Don't want to say anything. It's a childhood game. It was actually my first game. I picked it up with the brand new original DS. Right, jumping back into things. Lego Stars. Yeah, no, I played it on the Nintendo DS first.
Did you have anything else?
No, I got it with the DS. It was so good.
I had it with the PS3. Actually, it was the bollocks.
No, I played it on the DS. It was my first ever game. I don't need to go into this game. It's been said 1,000 times. It's an incredible game.
Well, I feel like we can at least give a reason why it may be our favorite. I mean, I didn't
Well,
even
it's my favorite. It's not. It's my favorite.
know it's our favorite now. It's not my favorite, but I don't even like Star Wars. But this game was actually incredible. I played it; it was incredible. It got me knowing about at least what happens in Star Wars, specifically one-to-one detailing and everything.
Yeah, this man's never watched the only Star Wars films he's watched. Right, all Star Wars fans, the only Star Wars films this man has watched is the sequels. Rinse him, attack him.
How dare you? I saw the third prequel actually, the number 3.
And what's it called?
Um, not Revenge of the Sith. It's called Who Even Cares? What it's called? I don't remember, man.
Alive. Called Revenge of the Sith.
It was Revenge. It was Revenge of the Sith. Oh, never doubt myself. Never doubt myself. I am too good.
Moving on to my 5th game, Resident Evil 4, the original Resident Evil 4. Not, don't get me wrong, the remake is amazing. You can hear about us go on about remakes and remasters in episode 2. Go check that out now. But yeah,
Not right now. Not right now. Still watch.
no. Stop what you're doing. Go check out the remakes remasters video, then come back. The original, like I love the remake that came out last year, but the original, man, it's just got that, it had the quick time events, so it's what popularized QTEs.
Oh, it was
The
your game that ruined other games, was it?
you got the brilliant dialogue.
Way.
No way, bro.
Way.
Where did everyone go? Bingo.
Just got a man who does
Like,
bad jokes in the apocalypse.
it's an incredible game. The story is amazing. The gameplay at its time was incredible. It's a brilliant game, like through and through.
Say it's your favorite game on your list you have? I feel like that wouldn't be a inaccurate statement.
No,
No.
I wouldn't know. Those bottom 3 titles down there.
I just didn't actually think. I mean, I know I'm looking at them, and I didn't think they was being out Resi 4.
Yeah, no, look, I love Resi 4. The story's amazing.
Okay,
The characters are incredible. The gameplay is amazing.
I
But
actually am looking at one of the games now that I think about.
but what's coming up soon will be it out
Well,
any day of the
if
week.
it's the one I'm thinking it is, then this might be a hot take again.
Right, I'll move on. Signalis, another horror game.
Haven't played this one, so you're gonna have to tell us about it. I have nothing to say.
Essentially, you play as a lesbian German robot, looking for your like lover who got lost. You're like a clone. You're like, yeah.
You're like a yeah. Okay.
I'm still playing through this game, but it's down. It's hands down. It's it's one of the scariest games I've played in recent times. Like this game, I don't know if it's because of its pixel graphics, its top down gameplay. It makes it just it's so scary to play. I mean, I think you've heard me play it when we've been online together.
Yeah, no, he would be shitting himself. He doesn't get scared of horror games normally as well, this man. So if he's getting scared at a horror game, you know it must be quite
It
good.
it's by far one of the best horror games. And the best bit is it's an indie game. It's made by like a handful of people, and at the moment, well, there's nothing in the AAA. Well, aside from like Resident Evil, there's not really anything in the AAA horror. It's all indie is carrying the horror genre on its
I
backs.
mean, there is another AAA game, but you know,
We'll get onto that later, but yeah, no, it's this game is brilliant. The combat's amazing. The story, even though I'm only I'd say halfway through, it's amazing. I really don't want to spoil anything to it. There's a lot of twists. There's a lot of turns. The environments as well, like they're constantly changing. I don't know. It's a really good game.
Tom's favorite part because it's indie. It's cheap. He's a cheap.
I love 2D graphics, so I don't know. It's very nostalgic.
All right, you want to move on to your next game?
Cyberpunk.
Okay, so
Now,
this
you
is
you
this
should you can talk you got.
is this the favorite?
With the ice, I don't know.
Look,
The other two titles, like I said, these three bottom titles are oh,
don't get me wrong.
it's all in.
The other two are amazing, you know, but like I really thought this one, apart from Resi 4, because I really couldn't decide, but I really thought Resi 4 may be your, because this is your Resi 4 is your OG game, but this is your magnum opus of the game. I thought.
I love Cyberpunk. I've gone on about this so many times
To
to Mitch.
me, so I mean, he got me to start playing the game now. I'm about I don't know how far through I am, but I am. Ever since obviously the new updates have come out, the game is absolutely amazing.
I've played this game essentially 3 times. When it originally came out, which was a complete which in itself is technically it feels like its own game, a buggy piece of shit. Then when it had after the Cyberpunk Edge Runners update, and then that was like playing a completely new game compared to when it first came out.
Beautiful anime, by
And
the way.
I'm the game after its final update. I think it was 2.2, and again, it's like playing a completely different game. The story is amazing. I think it's the only. It's probably it's the best. It's the best open world story based game I've ever played. For its story, for its story.
I was gonna say, I mean,
I've
GTA and Red Dead 2, though, no?
nah, I've never been more in depth and in focus in a story like this. This game had me hooked from start to finish. The story was just amazing. Essentially, you start the start you depend. Wait, I'm not gonna bother with what's fucking character you pick, but a heist goes wrong, and it involves with the valuable thing you have inserted into your neck after being backstabbed by the was it not Giga? What are they fucking called?
Arazaka, you mean?
Um, no, the people who give the contracts.
That would just be mm, I know it's a gig,
I can't remember.
but it's not.
Yeah, I can't remember what it is, but after the contractor he backstabs you, you get shot. You're presumed dead, but then you come back to life. Due to the chip in your brain, and then it's found out that the chip in your brain is actually a human person, a human being's
And
consciousness
not just
uploaded
not
to
any human being's consciousness. Keanu Reeves,
Keanu Reeves.
very big.
And then throughout the rest of the story, you're trying to figure out
How it
why you first of all why you were going after this chip. Well, like why did they want it? And then is about there's I think there's something like 9 or 10 endings to the game. All of them are amazing. They're all brilliant. The supporting characters in the game itself are just amazing. Judy. Oh, hashtag Judy gang.
Padme superiority.
You mean Panam, not Padme.
Oh, they got Star Wars has come back. Panme, Panam, Panam superiority. That means even.
No, when the side quests, I don't normally I won't lie, I don't normally go through and play every single side quest, but this game I did. It had me hooked. You have your typical, like do this, kill this person side quest, but you also have your more dynamic side quest, which I think is really cool, and it adds something else. And yeah, there's just so much I could go on. I could genuinely go on for about an hour about this video game and why it's incredible. Like
Why it's an absolute
the
underrated gem of a masterpiece.
the story is incredible. It's amazing. The gunplay, serviceable.
I think
Melee, I
I
mean,
think the
I don't,
gunplay is good. Melee,
I didn't do a melee build. You did.
Melee is fun so far. I know you've done probably what is the more unique build where it was just the Netrunners build, which is really cool. I will admit.
Yeah, you're able to hack people's brains, hack things.
Basically,
Yeah, you can literally make someone kill themselves. You can hack their brain to make them fucking blow their brains out.
you just go stick some eye in your mouth and pull the trigger.
But yeah, no, the game amazing. If you haven't played it, play it. You'll seriously enjoy it. Um, Alien Isolation, another horror game, probably my favorite horror game of all time.
Holy shit! Yeah, no, this is. I didn't even. I couldn't even beat this game because I was too bad at. I'm too bad at horror games to even beat this one.
IGN absolutely fucking either they're the reasons why a sequel will probably never happen to this game and is absolutely criminal.
I think it's one of the first
They,
reasons her reputation got destroyed is because of this game.
yeah, when this game came out, this game even to this day is still regarded as a pinnacle. It was the last um I'd say big AAA game that came out aside from like obviously Resident Evil, but the last not like big AAA game that came out as a horror, and it was incredible. IGN gave it like a 6 out of 10. The complaints were that the AI the AI was too hard, and they didn't even finish the game.
Dude, I didn't even finish the game, and I think the fact that the AI was too hard is already an incredible achievement because it's an adapting and learning AI, which I've
Yeah,
seen in games.
what makes this game my favorite horror game is the fact that the company, I can't remember what they're called. They did something that's never been done before. They made an actual learning AI, right, for a video game. The alien that stalks you, it will learn how you play the game. If you're constantly throwing flares or noise makers, it will not get distracted by them. If you're constantly hiding in lockers or under tables, it will actively start to check in those areas for you, which makes you have to switch up your playstyle, and it's fucking incredible.
And for giant pussies like me, that's incredibly hard because the table and lockers are normally the sanctuary of a horror game.
Yeah, no, the AI is amazing. At no point do you ever feel safe in the game, and ooh. Yeah, and that's how a horror game should be.
Feeling that you're because I mean, obviously there are points in horror games when you grab it. There's only maybe one or two horror games where it's not really like this, where you'll obviously eventually you'll get your weapons and you'll feel basically unkillable. You know, like it's up to you if you want to die. In that game, you're never ever truly in control of
Yeah,
your own fate.
it stalks. It will always stalk you. Like you can't kill it. There's no point you ever feel safe. Even at a save station, you have to wait a couple seconds before being able to save, and the alien can actually attack you whilst you're trying to save. It's amazing. I will admit the game is it's about 23 hours. It should have probably been about a 20-hour game, but I mean, and I'm not even getting into the fact of just like the actual aesthetic. It looks straight out of the original Alien film. But if you like Alien, if you like horror, play that game. You'll love it. And then my last game, Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater.
What's a game?
I'm still in a dream, Snake Eater.
When you can't even say my name.
No, that is not Venom Snake. That is not Venom Snake. But no, what? Obviously, I mean, any Metal Gear fan, it's probably between Metal Gear 3 and Metal Gear 2 as their favorite games. I love Metal Gear 3. The fact that you get to see, because for the first two games, we're not including Metal Gear. For the first two games, Big Boss is like the overarching bad guy. And you play as Solid Snake, trying to like, stop him, and you fight some
Uh,
others. I'm not.
we're not going. We're not
It's a
going
very
into the
yeah, it's
title
very
or
complicated. But yeah, no. But Big Boss essentially he was like the first. He was like the overarching villain for the first like two games. This game is brilliant for the fact that you get to play Big Boss and you get to see how he became a villain, and after playing it, if anything, you find out he's not really a villain. He was caught, like he was used by the government. Like I don't know. It's really cool. Hideo Kojima, mastermind of storytelling. But yeah, no, the story is amazing. The location, the Russian jungle, I love it.
I feel like you're not
And
about the gameplay.
the only the gameplay is amazing. Like it's obviously a tactical espionage game. You're meant to play it stealthy. That's not to say that you can't play it not stealthy. Like, I mean, if you want, you can go fucking Rambo, but you know, prepare to constantly save. Um, but no, the gameplay is amazing. You're able to do all these cool features like knock on trees and stuff, or like throw your empty magazines to distract enemies. Um, your silencers, which I really like, wear out over time. Like so that way you can't just you can't just use your gun. You do have to use your knife as well.
What year is all of it? What year is this like released? What year was it released?
2004, same year as Resi 4.
2004, and it, like the amount of detail in the gameplay is
Like yeah,
incredible.
it's amazing. There's more detail in this gameplay than any modern game. Like you're able to hang from trees. You know, like the one thing the one thing I fucking hate is the controls. The controls. The controls for console, to say the least, aren't good. I think it's like you use X to shoot, use left bumper to go first person, then you press left stick down to point your gun up, so that way you can do like a precision aim. Um, yeah, it's a mess, but it's a mess I'm willing to push through to enjoy such a brilliant game.
Beautiful and wacky mess, because I mean you're forgetting again another the game's wackiness.
Yeah, the game is a bit satirical at times. It is a bit
But
wacky.
downright silly, even.
Yeah. Right, should we get into yours then?
All right, hold on, let me just upload mine. Do 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 do. Hold on, sorry, I gotta add my photos. I didn't realize you had to do that.
All right. I'd probably say my favorite game out of the bunch. My number one favorite, uh, probably Probably Cyberpunk because it's a standalone. It's a standalone game and the story's amazing. I love Metal Gear 3, but if we're gonna love Metal Gear 3, we gotta love all the games, and I'm not having all the games as my favorite games.
Boo. Alright, hold on, let me. Gosh. Okay. Have they been uploaded? Can you see them? Oh, one of them's uploaded a bit weirdly. Oh,
Right, let's
I
see
done
this.
10. I done 10. Whoopsies. Oh,
You done?
whoopsies. I've grabbed too many. I made a
Fuck it.
I made a last minute change to one of them, and I. Well, fuck it. We're doing 10. We're doing 10.
No, one of them's got to go because I
Oh,
can't.
can't make me choose. You can't make.
One of them's got to go.
All right, fine. If it's got to be one of them, how do I? I can't just delete one of them. Oh, okay. We're just gonna.
No,
I can't just. Fine. I'm just.
but you just tell me which ones you'll get rid of. Oh, no, okay. Wait,
I'm,
he's deleted it all.
okay. I'm just gonna get rid of one of them from the selection.
But by the way, guys, I'd said to this man beforehand, 9 games, nine games,
I didn't
and
realize
he's
I
just
just.
uploaded 10.
I accidentally added the other one because it was right there. So I mean, look, mine aren't. Oh, mine are quite different from Thomas Dry. Yeah,
That's saying it lightly.
apart from one. Apart from one. I'll talk about this game.
Why don't you go?
I'll talk about.
Why don't you quickly? Why don't you quickly say like to let the viewers know what games you chose?
So I've chosen Sonic Adventure 2, Rainbow Six Siege, BloodBourne, Super Smash Bros. Not technically just Ultimates, but obviously it's the most recent one. But I've been playing the franchise for a little bit now. Probably since about not 64. I played in the Wii. I have played 64 before, but I didn't play it when it first came out. Spider-Man. Spider-Man. I know the picture's remastered. I couldn't just find the regular one, but same game anyway. Mario Kart Wii. Yet again, I'm going for Mario Kart Wii and Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. Beautiful games. Skate 3, Little Big Planet, and Call of Duty Black Ops 3.
Okay, do you wanna should we get into this?
I'll,
I'm back.
I'll start with Rainbow just because we'd already talked about this before. As
Yeah, well, there's that.
been playing the game for years now. It's a love-hate relationship. It's had some great moments, and I've had some great times with this game. Just hilariously laughing my ass off, moaning at my friends, screaming at my friends, threatening to kill, threatening to beat them up. Just doing all kind of sorts of threatening in this game because it's an incredibly frustrating but beautiful game. No more on that game. I've had enough.
Yeah, enough said about it.
My first game would be Sonic Adventure 2. This was the game that really, truly.
I have no idea about this. I've never played a Sonic game, so you're gonna have to talk about this one.
You're a genuine loser, Tom. You just don't know the beauty of Sonic the Hedgehog. Now, this is the game that really started it all for me. This started my entire love for the Sonic the Hedgehog franchise. Because this game, it's cool. It's just cool. It's a cool game. The music is beautiful. Live and Learn is absolutely pinnacle gaming video game song, up there with the entirety of the Metal Gear Rising Revenge just soundtrack. Beautiful game. This game, it introduced us to Shadow the Hedgehog, again another icon of the gaming itself. He's the edgy version of Sonic who uses guns and swears, never before seen. But dude, they just made it. They made every character in this game cool. Even the annoying bastards like, I know Amy Rose, she's an annoying bastard. Tails is very annoying, but maybe the making a playable Dr. Eggman, brilliant, absolutely brilliant. Watching him run around with these little robots, you have to shoot thousands of things, and also introduced me to the Sonic fan dub for this. And I must say, this Dr. Eggman voice is beautiful. He pissed on my wife. He pissed on my wife. He got his tiny hedgehog penis and pissed on my wife. So I'm gonna piss on the moon. Just Absolutely beautiful game. It made me fall in love with the entire franchise. It made me. What was the next game I played after? I played after. It wasn't. What would it have been? It would have been. I think it was Sonic 06. Actually, no, that's not. That's the line. It was Sonic Advance. Sonic Advance on the Game Boy. Beautiful
No
game.
fucking clue.
It was a 2D platformer, and it was beautiful but frustrating because for half of the things you couldn't see were death pits. So you'd just be walking off the side, wouldn't know where you was even going, and died. Amazing game, still loved it. It made me also play Sonic 06. Oh, what a game! What a game! But you know, enough about that. I could talk about this game for bajillions of years. It's my childhood. It made me fall in love with Sonic the Hedgehog. Not literally, but franchise. Okay, my next game, BloodBourne. Now, this is my first Soulsborne game. I know you have played Dark Souls 3, haven't you, Thomas?
I played Dark Souls 3 and it took a fifth of my soul into the void with it.
Took some of your dark soul with it. No, but this was the first game I've ever been introduced into the franchise. I know, quite bad. I mean, you know, but I am going to start. I haven't played any of Dark Souls, but I do really want to get into them. But after this game, I played Elden Ring. But and Elden Ring is an incredible. It was a very hard choice between this game and Elden Ring. The thing is with Elden Ring, it does get a bit slower towards the end half of the game. The first half, when you're going through the entire land, discovering all the locations, absolutely beautiful. But when you start getting into that kind of end game bit, it can drag it drags on a bit. But this game, through and through, is beautiful. It is basically what it is like where I'm actually from, England. It is England.
Average
Average,
England experience.
average English experience as the Bloodborne. It's fucking so saying it, Bloodborne. No, but it
Huh?
absolutely spectacular game. The themings of it are amazing, incredible. This kind of old Victorian, area with what are they called? What's like called?
I don't know.
What's Cthulhu called? Like he's an Ed something god or whether they're called like the old ancient forgotten gods. Basically, just
No idea.
walk around. You like walk around London and then just imagine there are invisible gods all around the area that you can't see until you get enough vision, until you get enough knowledge in your head, or unless you kill one of the gods and then you become part of the gods. But it's just beautiful. Beautiful game. The weapons are awesome. The beast transformations you can do, amazing. Incredibly difficult as well. Incredibly difficult. Dude, I almost broke like 2 controllers playing this game. It's incredibly frustrating, but incredibly rewarding experience. And I think it's a great. If maybe you're feeling a bit, oh, I don't know if I should play these games, play Bloodborne. So I think it's
I'd definitely say Bloodborne is probably the aside from Elden Ring, it's probably the best one to start for newcomers.
yeah. Elden Ring obviously is I would say
Elden Ring is better when if you're trying to get into the actual Souls games, but if you're trying to actually get into the Souls, I don't know, cinematic universe, you'd probably start with Bloodborne.
cinematic universe. You probably picked up a lot of people there saying that. Yeah, it's just if like just having to choose this between Elden Ring and Bloodborne, it is going to be Bloodborne. It's a beautiful, beautiful game. Beautiful game. My next game, it's just the Super Smash Bros. Franchise altogether, really. But Ultimate was one of my favorite ones because it literally had everyone. And I love the fact that you can have Minecraft Steve in a fighting video game. Never done before. Absolutely beautiful. It's one of my childhood, I remember, when I first played Brawl. That was the first game I had played. It wasn't 64. I did play 64 later on, but Brawl was the first game. And seeing that Sonic the Hedgehog was in the game already made me want to play even more. The games were well fun. I used to play with my good friend Harrison Baisley. He, the fights we used to get up to. He would play Pikachu. I would play sometimes. He'd play Pikachu and Bowser. He'd go lightning, and I'd be Captain Falcon. He's my favorite. He was one of my favorite characters in that game.
DK Fire.
PK, well, I mean, not him, but Falcon Punch.
I've never played Smash.
Didn't even know what he was from. Didn't even understand until I figured out he was from F-Zero, a dead game franchise that Nintendo has abandoned, and I think it deserves a time. I think it deserves a comeback time. But
They do that with a lot of franchises.
yeah, I mean, at least like Metroid got some like thing. What else is really dead in the thing in the water? I'm getting sidetracked. Just these games are amazing. The hype around Smash Ultimate when it first came out. Obviously, everyone's seen the very famous Etika video of him. Oh my god! That was exactly my reaction when I saw that it was coming to the Switch, man. It just.
All I know is they added Snake to Smash Ultimate and Joker.
Well, I mean, he was technically originally in Brawl. He was in the Wii version in Brawl. And that was another very weird character that they added. That was another weird character that they added Snake. But he is a gaming icon, so it makes sense why he was in there. It doesn't really fit with the aesthetic of anyone else. But I guess Joker kind of joined in later on to kind of fill in that kind of more edgier aesthetic, I'd say. I mean, the man's famous for killing himself, basically. Actually, do they kill himself in Persona 5? Thomas?
Hello.
Hello. Do they kill themselves in Persona?
Yeah.
They do. Sounds about right. As all Persona fans should. No, but absolutely beautiful game. Was it Smash? The Wii U version, that was an alright version. Obviously, I remember at night playing, I'd turn off my TV and I'd play with the game, the Wii U pad. Under my bed. It was amazing. Have you played Smash at all? Any of them?
No.
You've never played. What is wrong with you? They're beautiful. I mean, you play Brawl. We play Brawl. It was the father of that game, basically, or the grandfather, I'd say, because it's well old. But the pain or the stress of being on free stocks when everyone else is lower than you and getting absolutely jumped. Fucking having all the final smashes when they added those in Brawl. That was a really good feature, Added Sonic the Hedgehog. Oh, always gonna love the game for adding Sonic the Hedgehog. Can never be angry at a game that adds Sonic the Hedgehog in it. But the hype around the DLC is absolutely amazing. I wish they'd bring if it was to bring one character to Smash that isn't obviously Joker from Persona 5, who would you want it to be? I think I know who mine would be. I think Shadow the Hedgehog, yeah. Nah, I'm joking. It'd be Goku. Nah, but obviously we're never gonna add Goku, so it would be Shadow.
Oh no, probably Hog Rider. Hog Rider. I mean, the game's dead, so next game.
We're gonna hate Xbox fans gonna hate me for this one, but the Spider-Man, the first game, the PS4 one, not the Yoki Spider-Man. Now this game, I remember how absolutely hyped I was when I first saw this gameplay. Game, it was absolutely amazing. It lived up to everything it was supposed to be and more. The game was fun. It made you feel amazing. You're swinging around. If they just had Spider-Man 2's swinging speed in Spider-Man 1, it would have been game of the century. Game of the century. Because you did feel a little bit slower going through the city. But the story was amazing. Spoilers. I mean, this game is like how many years old now? 6 years old. Spoilers aren't May die at the end. They're incredibly sad. Very sad. The boss fights are amazing. The gameplay. Well, I will say that the combat wasn't anything too. It's definitely we've seen combat before, like the Batman Arkham games, basically like that. But the web options in that game are incredible. The perks as well, or not the perks, the suit upgrades or abilities that you get. Those are really cool. I mean, my favorite one would be the Quip one, where he would just make jokes at the people you'd be fighting. My favorite one. Another favorite one was the fucking big spider legs. Those were well cool. Get to actually crawl around like a fucking spider in the battlefield, knocking the fucking shit out of people. It's awesome. Absolutely awesome.
What I want to just quickly, what I want to ask you is, you've put Spider-Man Remastered on there, right?
Yes.
But do you prefer the original
Well,
or the
as I
remastered?
said before, I only put the remastered on there because it was the first photo I found when I typed in the PS4 Spider-Man game, and I couldn't actually find one that just said the Spider-Man game. But
I
I do prefer the original, not because it's anything, but it was the game I played. It was the first game of this new franchise I played.
also Peter Parker looks a lot better.
Yeah, I like the new look. It is growing on me because it does look like, especially in Spider-Man 2, it does look really good. It does look really good. Don't get me wrong, but I did prefer where he looked, like he actually was in his later. Is he later 20s in that game? He's about.
He's been doing Spider-Man, I think they've said, for like 6 years,
No,
right?
he'd been 10 years. I'm pretty sure.
That's okay. But wait, so he's obviously meant to be like in his
Well,
either like mid
I would
20s.
say, yeah, it did make him look like he was a struggling, almost homeless, or actually basically homeless. 20.
Like he looked flawed, which it makes sense at that age, and especially after having many battles.
Well,
Like,
I do understand. I do
he's
understand where the second game's figured that. I mean, like in the comic books, he's definitely not an ugly man by any means. He's definitely not ugly. And obviously, when he gets older, obviously like what we'd seen is a lot of him being a teenager in the movies and stuff. But to be fair, he had pretty good actors in the movies. Pretty good.
yeah. I think it was just them trying to, because obviously you had
Tom Holland
the Tom
and
Holland
Andrew
films.
Garfield.
I think it was just them. I think it was just because, whereas the other one looked like an older, more experienced Spider-Man, this one looks like the younger, more friendly neighborhood. And the problem is that it doesn't line up because he's been doing this already for
I
quite
know,
some
but
time.
he is pretty handsome. And I mean, he's been pulling, Black Cat and MJ. I mean, I think I still prefer the old MJ. Or do I prefer the old MJ? The new one? I really don't know. But I'm getting off topic because about this game's great. Game was absolutely amazing. It was everything everyone wanted. I will say for games nowadays, you don't always get that. So that's always a positive, especially for a story game.
We move away from Spider Snooze and into Mario Kart
Just
Wii.
because you never played the game. But Mario Kart Wii. Now, I think I can agree with everyone. This was everyone's childhood. Tom,
Yeah, no, I
I was
played
gonna
this.
say
Yeah,
if you did
this was
play Smash
good.
Bros, you definitely would have played Mario Kart Wii, especially Wii.
I started with it on the GameCube.
You play. Oh wow, you play on the GameCube. My first thing was Mario Kart Wii. Absolutely amazing game. The tracks, the music, the feel when you're driving because you'd actually have to shake your remote. The bloody steering wheel controls, the balloon battle mode, the maps again. Yeah, again the music. You got Coconut Mall, the Coconut Mall music, brilliant. Yeah, all the items you'd get. I literally I wish that the Mario Kart like 7 or just 8. I wish they'd just been this game, but just with the. I know their graphics are improved and it's basically the same maps, but like the feel of the game, I don't know how to describe. Maybe it was just because I was a kid, but the feel of the game was amazing. When you'd be playing, the tenseness you'd feel as you're neck and neck with your mate as you're playing, you're going. You're gonna throw a red shell or a blue shell at the cunt, and he gets destroyed, and all the noises they make as the blue shells come and it just nukes you out of the fucking game. Oh, absolutely. I don't even know how to describe the feeling, nostalgia of playing.
Mario Kart Wii was really good. It was a lot of
The,
fun.
the battle mode, absolutely incredible. Absolutely. Drifting around, you'd throw a red shell, you cunt friend, he's just died, you've got another balloon off you. And then the tenseness of having one balloon but a lot of points. Because as soon as you lose that last balloon, your points are getting halved. and you've probably lost the game because the timer would be close to ending anyway, and your little shithead friend would scream watch you, know where you are, and he'd throw something at you and you'd die. Now I want to throw my Wii right at his head. Great times, absolutely great times. But enough about Mario Kart Wii. Time to get on to another beautiful skate.
I've never played a skate game. This is all you again. I've never played a skate
Yeah, again,
game.
not a skater, not a skater, and I've only ever played. I know about the Tony Hawk Pro Skater games, but this is the only skate game I ever played. Skate 3. What a fucking game! Didn't know nothing about skateboarding at the time. Didn't know any famous pro skaters. All I know was the Hall of Meat, and obviously doing some of the story mode as well. But the Hall of Meat was my favorite. The ability to climb up some tall ass building and then just fly, fall down and watch all your bones you crack, the thing, all the cool tricks you could do. And then you come down and the mega ultra skate park as well. Oh, I wish there was a skate park like that in real life, but it wouldn't be very safe. Considering there's literally a 90-degree drop off the fucking thing. Yeah, 90-degree drop to go down into this thing and get extra height. All of the Hall of the Meat challenges, the fucking the shark jump as well. That was another great thing. I remember playing with Harrison. We'd sit there for hours just trying to do the most ridiculous jumps we can to get from like one building to another, or jump over this fucking retarded thing. Try and jump over a car. That was another thing. And my favorite thing to do was harass the old ladies because they'd have tasers. And if you harass them enough, they just start tasering you. Oh, bring me back to the days I was playing Skate 3. This game was beautiful. I can't believe you never played it, Tom. Literally on it.
Yeah, no, I don't know. I mean, Skate 3, that would have been on the 360 and PS3 days. I think then I was still playing Lego games and like FIFA.
I can't say too much because my next game is Big Planet. To be fair, yet again, this is basically all of them. Gameplay isn't too different from most of them, but the games are just incredible. This was like your childhood imagination. If you just open up a kid's head and imagination probably look something like this. I remember playing all the time with Harris. Yet again, go around his house. We'd be playing. We'd get into the little worlds we can make whatever we want. We make rockets and launch each other across the fucking map, and they blow up, or we get crushed by them. And then we'd play the shark mode where you'd be running across the platforms. And the shark comes out of nowhere and fucking stings you 20 billion feet into the air. And then you fall back down and the shark just munches you. All the fucking scary maps I've done with it, like Jeff the Killer running around chasing you. All the stupid emotes and dances and outfits you could do. And my favourite feature is the game where you can just basically blow yourself up like a balloon, bro. Bang!
I'd say Little Big Planet was the child-friendly version of Gary mods, if you think about
I
it.
mean, in a sense, yeah. Like the
Because even though I never had a PlayStation, a PS3, I do remember playing Little Big Planet. One of my mates when just like when I'd gone over, and I remember it was like a death
oh
run.
yeah, I remember playing some Death. I remember we done there was a total wipeout map I played. Oh, it was so good. I just can't describe. I wish they'd either remaster all the games and put them back on PS5, or make. I know they did technically do a PS5 like new Sackboy game, but it's like 3D. It's just not what the entire game was like before. The entire point of the game is that you'd be 2D, but it had almost 3D elements. You could like switch between layers of walls and stuff. You can go in between, so it's almost 3D, but just not quite. The aesthetics of the game they had, the cool costumes, the levels, and the actual story modes, and they were so cool. Fucking being able to just grab your friend and throw him off the map as well. It's absolutely fucking beautiful game. Absolutely. Remaster these games now. My final game, Call of Duty Black Ops 3. Now, this wasn't my first COD. that was technically Call of Duty Ghosts, and I did quite enjoy that game. But it had nothing on Black Ops 3. That was my
First of all, can we talk about the story of Black Ops 3
yes.
because it is the worst Call of Duty
I
campaign
just don't want to.
until
I don't want
Vanguard.
to hear it because you don't talk to me until you know what the Frozen Forest is. What is
The Frozen Forest, but what
what
is the Frozen Forest?
Forest? Absolutely.
Train go
Oh,
boom.
dude.
Outcome, train go boom.
Absolutely shit campaign. Absolutely shit campaign. Even what Infinite Warfare had a better campaign.
Infinite Warfare's campaign was actually really good, but this one, the problem is that it's called Black Ops 3, right? After Black Ops 2, where the Caesar, not the Caesar, the Cortez movement. The Cortez movement, depending on your outcome, I think majority of the outcomes have the Cortez movement rising up. So you were expecting to find out what happens. I mean, and you've got there's multiple different endings in Black Ops 2, but you could have still had Raul Menendez, but the problem is that
Games like
Black Ops 2 it does not. Black Ops 2 and Black Ops 3 don't ever cross.
yeah, it's like way too into the future of Black Ops 3. That's really
None of
the only negative I'd have to
Mhm.
say about this game is
none of you got none of the returning characters from Black Ops 2 like Alex Mason and stuff like that. You got you've got nothing. Like I think there's one reference to the core movement, but that's it. Like everything else, it doesn't make any sense.
it don't even matter because you know who does return in this game? The Zombies crew. The zombies in this game wasn't actually my first zombies experience. I do remember playing Black Ops 2 with a couple of my mates and with my cousins. I was very bad at it though. Still bad at zombies now. But back then I was even shitter. This game Zombies was amazing.
Black Ops 3,
Shadows,
yeah.
Shadows of
Zombies was
Evil, I think that was a really good starting map. Really good starting one. And then you had the first one.
No, you had Shadow of Evil, but then you also had you could pay for Doris,
Oh yeah,
the
yeah,
giant.
yeah.
And then you had it was Horizon Drac.
The Heisendrach. Then you had
Shino
no,
Numa. Oh no, yeah, sorry,
Zetsubo
Zetsubo no
Shima.
Shima. That's
Then we had
Goradkorov.
then you had Revelations at the end as the
Yeah.
kind of the main DLC because obviously you did have a couple of
It's a shame. It's a shame. Revelations was the out of Black Ops 3 probably has the best zombies maps ever, and Revelations let that down so
it wasn't
badly.
it wasn't the best, but the story was still it was still there. It was still good.
But then I think we gotta talk about the Revelations pack.
What do you mean?
Is it not Revelate?
Do you mean what the Chronicles where
The
they had all the
Yeah, Zombie Chronicles. Sorry,
yeah.
that's it. Yeah, Zombie
Say, what do you
Chronicles.
mean? Um, I mean, it didn't really need to happen.
No, it did. Getting to play all of your favorite maps, on a good engine, on one game, was
I know, but
amazing.
you could still easily replay Black Ops 2 and Black Ops 2 zombies and Black Ops 1 zombies and so yeah.
Yeah, but having it all available on just Black Ops 3 was amazing. It was so cool. It was a lot of fun.
It was
Being able to play, Origins in when they came out, 2016, 2017, was sick.
yeah, it would have been about 2017 because what the game did come out about 20. Nah, it would have been later than that now. I think.
Game came out in
Is it
2015.
2015? Oh my god, Jesus. God,
Yeah.
but I mean, the zombies. Everyone loves zombies, but the multiplayer is always where people are a bit divided. What did you think of
Yeah.
the multiplayer?
Obviously, I fucking hated the multiplayer. I fucking hated it. Between the fact that one, I hated exosuits. Two, the brecci. Three, the brecci. And then four, the supply drops.
Okay, the supply drops. I still think to this day, it is up to you if you want to spend money on your supply drops. Your choice,
It's not
not
that though.
gambling.
It's not that. It's the fact that they were putting content behind. They were locking content behind a
Okay, yeah.
paywall, behind the supply drops. That's the problem. And the fact that the drop rates on it was something like 0.001%, and some of these weapons were actually overpowered. So it does become pay to win.
Slightly, yes. I do remember my friend maxed out his like dad's card. I remember he thought he was like getting free quad points from this guy. He wasn't getting free quad points. He spent so much money, and his dad beat his ass. But it was so funny because he got all the like the DLC weapons. I remember I struggled just to get one of the worst DLC weapons in the game. It was the sniper, and it wasn't even like a one-shot kill sniper. It was awful. It was terrible, but I still absolutely loved that. Just that multiplayer was so unbelievably fun. Like all the kill streaks, the special abilities are all my favorite guy.
Not the fucking rap. I hated raps and I hated the wraith. I fucking
Hey,
hated
Wraith, he
those.
was cool. He'd have. I remember Eddie camo, and he'd generally think he was invisible. So he'd stand in front of you, acting like you can't see him, and you just fucking be like, "What do you mean? I've got active camo. How can you see me?" Wraith.
I will.
Okay, go on. Go on.
Mhm. I will say, coming from Advanced Warfare's exosuit to Black Ops 3's, it was a lot better. It was a lot smoother. I still fucking hated the exosuit, but the way the maps, you could very clearly see the maps were crafted for the exosuit. Like,
Well, I mean, they're not going to have him not be crafted for the extra suit, are they? It's a very big, important movement. But
yeah,
I
I
still
know.
think it's infinitely better movement than what they have in the CODs now with this slide cancelling bull crap. Oh my god, it infuriates me. But just and also the DLC maps that came with the zombie packs as well. I remember the water park one. Now that one was a brilliant map. That was one of my favorites.
What?
What was it called again? Splash. That was
Splash.
it, yeah, Splash. Splash was a great map. I actually loved the swimming as well in the game. Okay, I remember we had the land shark. Keep calling so one of my mates would call himself the land shark. You just sit in the water, swimming around, and as soon as you got close to like, jump out and grab you.
Yeah, no, I will say there was a lot of fun that could be had with Black Ops 3. I mean, I still fucking hate the multiplayer, but it was a lot of fun. I mean, the amount of content you're forgetting. We had Dead Ops Arcade. You had the Zombies campaign, which was just the campaign in Zombies.
Wait,
The
don't you mean it wasn't even zombies? Weren't it like exoskeletons or the exo?
no, it was it was zombies. It was the campaign, but with zombies. And then you also had you also had like a training ground area where you could get used like to the it was like a parkour area where you could like get used to the exo
Oh
movement.
yeah, I
There was a
remember
lot of
that. Yeah,
stuff. There was a lot of stuff you could do.
absolutely awesome game. I remember summers spending time hours playing that game. So it was so fun. My childhood, rather.
All right, should we wrap
We
it up
shall.
then? I mean, just quickly, looking at all all was put together. It is so night and
Mine's so
day.
mine was so much infinitely cooler though. I will say that. And all of it goes to two games: Sonic Adventure 2 and Bloodborne.
Siege and Black Ops.
No, neither of those two. Sonic Adventure 2 and Bloodborne, infinitely cooler.
I will say I was not expecting us to have both have a Call of Duty game and Siege, because I was debating over Siege for ages to put
The
it in
thing
there.
is, I know it is our favorite game, but I mean, it's this game even more than like favorite. It's defining of me as a person. Game like defined me now. It's just in the back of my.
Right. Right. Well, if you did enjoy today's extra long episode, please
Please
subscribe.
let us know.
This has taken years of my life to do this.
Let us know in the
This.
comments your favorite games as well, and tell us how wrong you think we are by having our favorite games.
Yeah, send us your favorite 9. Maybe we'll react to you guys' favorite 9 games. That could be something. If you want to see us react to your games, leave in the comments your favorite 9 games, and we will react them probably at some point.
Potentially, maybe. We're lying.
But please subscribe. Thank you. Bye.
Goodbye.